Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Today, the topic of my video is that we are going to test our Elastic Container Service, and in that particular service, we are going to test our service, which I've already deployed for you guys, and I'm going to show you um the quick way because I've already set up a Terraform code with regard to that particular service. Um, we need application load balancer, we need a custom VPC. So I've already placed my code in my GitHub repository. So you have to simply use the Terraform apply code and everything is going to be automatically deployed for you guys. So as far as the code is concerned, let me show you the code in the Visual Studio. So what it does that it is going to launch a custom VPC for you guys. It is going to launch application load balancer and spin up one EC2 instance along with that RDS. Although RDS is not part of our uh, understanding or not part of this demo. So if you navigate to this listener, this code will create the two listener in the application load balancer for HTTPS. Let me show you the code as well. So okay, let me just show you the code from the start. So this is the Terraform code. What it is going to do is to spin up a custom VPC. This is our custom VPC, which we are going to use in our ECS for our task and service creation. So this is the custom VPC. In this VPC, we have security groups. One of the security group is going to be attached with application load balancer, and other security group is going to be, attached with that particular ECS container. And I've just referenced that. So only let me show you that as one. So only application load balancer should be able to access that particular container. Okay, so this is the ALB security group. This is going to be attached with the application load balancer and 18443, and those listener have are going to be available on our application load balancer. Okay, so this is the ALB ref. This is going to be attached with our task or container. So only application load balancer is going to be, it should be able to access that particular container or the application running in that particular container. So other security groups which I've shown you is going to be available for our Apache bench, which we are going to use for load testing. Okay, so this is the application load balancer, and for the domain ACM, I'm just using my domain saklanmushtak.com. So DNS validation I've already done. You have to put the DNS entry which ACM provides into your DNS provider. So if I navigate to the ACM section, let me show you that this domain is now verified. So what I've done that everything is going to be done through the Terraform code. So, but this thing, as far as the DNS validation, you have to put these entries CNAME into your DNS provider. So you have to put your domain name here. Okay. So 443 is going to be available for HTTPS, although this is not the part of our demo, but this code is available for you guys. So which I will be using in my future videos. So the main purpose of this demo is to show you the auto scaling in ECS and the containers insights. So everything is set up. I've already set up everything, and for just to give you a brief information what I've done here. So if I navigate to the um, navigate to my target group. Okay. So this is the application. Let me show you that part as well. So our application is running on slash path blue. This is the endpoint of our application load balancer. So if I navigate to the target groups, this is the target group which I have created uh, in ECS from the console. So let me just. So this is the ECS path blue. In that, um, this is the HTTP. I mean path for health check. In the targets, we have here three targets. You see all three are healthy, and these are only going to be accessible through our application load balancer. As you know, uh, from theory perspective, these ENI, security groups work at ENI level. So for these tasks running, the security group I gave this, uh, which is the one which I've already shown you, is the ALB ref. So only application load balancer is allowed. Let me show you that as well. So this is the ALB ref. So in that I've only allowed 18442, the application load balancer security group. So um, so you don't have to do much as far as the security, and it is going to be learning for you that for the security purpose you should go for uh, this setting. Okay, so as far as our application is concerned in the ECS, that we show you that as well. Okay, so this is the application blue is running, and in that particular application I have set up three desired tasks. Okay, I will show you the auto scaling stuff as well. So excuse me, three desired tasks is my requirement, but in the events you see everything is stable now, and I've already shown you the target group. In the auto scaling section, I've put the max value to 6. If I click here update, I will show you that part as well. So the desired state is 3. If I navigate to other sections, click next. So this is the auto scaling part, as this is the main part of our demo that we are going to test the load on our application, and we are going to use ApacheBench for that. I already you don't have to do nothing, just simply do Terraform fly command. Every stuff with regard to this hands-on demo is going to be available in that particular EC2, which is going to be uh, one EC2 which has Apache Bench already installed for you. You have to simply use those commands, which I'm going to show you in a moment for load testing. So these are the settings. Currently you see three tasks are running. Excuse me. So when load increases, what it is going to do that it's going to launch three more tasks, and total is going to be reached up to 6, and we are going to continuously uh, bombard that service with load testing. So this is the policy I've used. The name of this policy is ECS. I've called this policy ECS path blue, which is the name of the service, and 500 requests. Let me show you that after 500 requests, it is going to wait for 60 seconds and launch the other tasks in our services. So this is the scale out policy and also the scale in policy. By default, the time is 300 seconds. I have shortened and this time to 60 seconds. So as far as the detail, everything I told you that is available here. You can simply click or hover your mouse here. You'll see all the details. So I'm going to cancel this, and let me show you one part here that we have three policies by default. If you select the scaling policy type, target tracking, we have CPU utilization, memory utilization, and application request, sorry, ALB request, excuse me, for target. So why I've chosen this policy as my application, is is a web service, so it's not going to look for, it's not sort of application which is resource hungry in terms of CPU and RAM utilization. Although CPU do spike in case of extra load, but uh, I use this policy, so scaling should be according to, or according to my number of customers send requests to my application. So simply I have to tell you these detail what we are going to do to you know. So I'm not going to update as everything is up and running as far as our number of tasks, but later on I'm going to show you the containers inside, which is the new service actually provided by AWS, which actually uses the Prometheus and Grafana uh, stats, and let me show you that as well. So okay, let me navigate to, okay, this is the target group. Simply let me remove extra stuff from here. So these are the target groups. Okay, okay, and so guys, I just want to give you a brief demo also on the containers inside. As I told you that for our cluster, I've enabled the containers insights. So this is the new release by AWS, and as far as the container inside, it will give you detail, a lot more detail with regard to your cluster, service, and task running in your container. So if I navigate to the CloudWatch section, you will see the container insights. So if I click here, you will see um, the in ECS section, your services, your task, and everything is going to be I mean available for your containers. Okay, so enable on new ECS cluster. Okay, so these are the settings. You will see these settings on your cluster account setting. So I've already enabled these settings. These are the default settings that if you want to enable for your container insights, so you will see everything with regard to that. So okay, so same stuff you want to go for EKS Elastic Kubernetes Service and ECS Workshop Cloud Containers. If you want to learn, more about it, AWS also provide the workshop with regard to that. But as far as this demo, we are going to look into this. So in Container Insights, I'm going to navigate to the resources section. You will see our service blue is there, our ECS cluster is there, and this is the path blue, which is the task actually. So we have resources. If let me first of all show you the service blue. So this is the service blue. It is going to show you every stuff with regard to the CPU utilization by that particular service memory, and also you can instead of going back, simply select your ECS cluster, ECS instance if you go for the ECS instance. So let me first show you the ECS cluster. So we have ECS cluster. It give you a full detail, but let me give you a drill down section of this. If I navigate to the ECS section, Okay, in that particular section, if I'm going to select this filter, we have one service here, blue, and sorry, I'm going to click this, and it give you CPU utilization memory with regard to that. And if I navigate to the task section, it will give us more detail, but I have to select this filter. Path blue is the task running, and it give you the metrics with regard to the CPU utilization, memory, network, and everything is there. So just to update you that this CPU utilization is going to be up, and although let me show you that alarm set. Because of the auto scaling configuration, our alarm is going to be you know triggered, but currently is not in an alarming state because the requests are less than 450. Yeah, I mean, I've set up, the request count per target should be greater than 500 for 60 seconds. So it is going to be available here. So what I'm going to do is to navigate to that particular EC2 section, and I'm going to gra- look for the public Elastic IP which I've provided to this particular EC2 instance. And in this particular EC2 instance, Apache Bench is already installed for you guys. So I have to just simply update the security group here. Okay, so let it open. Okay, so for SSH, these are the IPs I have provided. You can simply use your public IP in your DNS. For SSH, I'm going to select my IP here. So, but instead of doing that, you can simply do all stuff through Terraform. So you don't need to even upgrade all these 18443 here. So, but just I'm doing it for convenience. Okay. So I'm going to SSH into this particular machine. This is the IP, and for that machine, I've already set up keys. Open this folder and navigate to this ALB section. Navigate to the modules. In modules, we have secrets, and in that secret, okay, so we have ECS key. So I'm going to open one shell here. And I will try to access this particular directory. Okay, so let me zoom in a bit for you guys, and I'm going to do SSH -I, and I'm going to use this particular key. Let me show you the key. This is the ECS key, and I'm going to simply drag it down here. So the path is going to be available. So let me just put it here. Okay, so also I'm going to give this user EC2 dash user. Okay, so put the sorry that that path was copied actually, so I'm going to simply copy this public IP of this EC2 instance, so I'm able to access this particular EC2 instance with the key I've already provided to you guys. So key and everything will be available for you in the Terraform code. So sudo -I. So as I told you, everything is there. So bench Apache Bench is already installed. So what I'm going to do is to simply copy this command, and I'm going to send about 50,000 requests to this particular ALB, and the path is /blue and slash index.html is the file. So definitely I have to upgrade this ALB, replace with my actual ALB. So I will show you that as well. So ALB is already deployed through the Terraform code. So simply navigate to this ALB and copy the DNS name of or the endpoint of the ALB. So copy this and put it here. So as I told you, ApacheBench is already installed in this particular EC2 instance. You have to simply copy this, and what it will do that it is going to put request 50,000 send request on this particular um, application load balancer, and we are still we will continuously um, do this by sending a lot of requests and till our services are increased. So let me show you that ECS section as well. So close the extra windows. Okay, target groups. Okay, load balancer. Okay, and so this is our cluster. We have services section. You can navigate to this section. This cluster, we have service flow is running. You see these three tasks are running, but I'm going to click on this blue service, and you will see that the number of tasks are currently running 3, but I will also show you the event section, that what will happen. You see currently 3 tasks are running, and event section will also give us more understanding that what is currently happening. So it is sent about 350,000 requests, and then now it's reached up 400,000 requests. So let it refresh, and we have to wait for a while. I mean, it is not going to be certainly jump to 6 running tasks. So as I told you that also let me show you the container inside in the new tabs as well. So you will definitely see the CPU spikes here, and a little bit of memory utilization, which is going to be high this time, as far as the requests are now coming heavily. So this is done. What I'm going to do is to do similar stuff again, and now it is going to send more requests. So you see commands are running. So just remove this error. Okay, so if I navigate to this blue service, so it give us full average CPU utilization and memory CPU utilization. So definitely it is going to be high with the passage of time, and our task. And let me navigate to this section, and okay, so task, you have to make sure that you refresh it. So currently no events are occurred, but definitely it will take time, as I told you that 60-second 1 minute time is set up. So it is sending requests to our application load balancer. So we have to wait for a while. Again, it sent about um, uh, 250,000 requests again. So make sure that you keep refreshing it, and see that definitely this auto scaling is going to be available in a few moments. So then I will also show you the CloudWatch part, that your alarm with regard to the um, requests, more than 500 requests is going to be triggered as well. So let it refresh it. You have to do this stuff about 2 to 3 times or 4 times. So you see it is continuously sending requests to our application load balancer, and this application is running here. So this is our application. You see it is up and running. So let's try to refresh. So guys, this is as far as the auto scaling is concerned. You see that in our container insights, we have seen that our CPU utilization has gone up, and because of the high number of requests we are sending, you see it increases from zero point 0.4 to 3.5%. So it is a significant difference. But with regard to the auto scaling policies we have set up, um, it has launched. I'm showing you the event, and this is the auto scaling, and everything you can see from here. As this part I've already shown you. The metrics you can see from here as well, but the definitely containers insights are the one which is the new service which uses the Prometheus Grafana. So you see these tasks are creeped up from 3 to 6, and if I do stop sending the request, definitely it will take about 10 to 15 minutes, and these task is going to be reduced from 6 to 3. And you see, as I told you, this policy is now triggered that request count per target is greater than 500 for 3 data endpoints. So this alarm is triggered once everything is in a stable state. You will see everything is fine. So this is it, guys, as far as the ECS autoscaling and application load balancer deployment, VPC deployment through the Terraform. So if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. In my later videos, I will show you the different other services which we can use for our Elastic Container services. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.